Let's start with something that's affecting most of us, and Deputy Minister of Energy in charge of power, William Oreku-Edu, has dismissed claims the erratic power supply being experienced in parts of the country as a result of government's indebtedness to independent power producers. Speaking to my colleague Daniel Dadzi on the Super Morning Show on Joy FM, Mr. Edu said the problem is due to a shortage in gas supply from the Jubilee and Sankofa oil fields. According to him, the two facilities suffered some technical challenges which have now been fixed. He assured the problem has been resolved and power supply will stabilize in the coming days.
Yes, we have had some challenges the last several days with the power situation in the country. But I'm happy to announce to the good people of this country that the worst part is we're over the worst of this challenge. And I can say categorically that going forward, the challenges will be totally minimized to the barest minimum, if at all.
What specifically was the problem?
Yes, we had basically the technical problems. It began with the Sankofa field and the Jubilee field. There was a tripping. I don't want to get into the technicalities of it, but there were some challenges with the supply of gas due to technical problems from those two fields. And just a few days later, we had also a serious challenge with the supply from Nigeria, which normally would, of course, feed the Tema enclave. So we had a double whammy, which really was a little bit too much to handle in the short term. But I'm glad to say that the good engineers, VRA, ECG, Gridco, Ghana Gas, CMPC, put their heads together. And as I'm speaking to you right now, the worst of the problem is over. We are really out of the woods now.
So you're saying that what caused this was a problem with gas supply?
Yes. Basically, yes. Both for the East Enclave and the West Enclave.
Okay. So can we say confidently that since these were technical challenges, they have been rectified in a way that they would not come up again?
Absolutely, sir. Daniel, I can say that we have solved the problems, and barring any unforeseen circumstance, this thing is over.
When were they resolved?
Last night, I think we were. The engineers and all the technical people were quite confident that we've really gotten over the situation.
Mr. Edu, we had people who didn't have power last night, as of last night.
Last night, if it is distribution challenges, I can quite understand, because as far as the generation and transmission is concerned, but of course you will end up with, few problems here and there that is left with ECG to mop up, so to speak, because the generation and transmission, we don't have any problems there. But when it comes to the minutiae of the distribution, that you tend to have a few challenges after such an event. That one, I'm sure within the shortest possible time, ECG will resolve it.
You see, during this time, ECG also carried out some repair works, and we often found them communicating to the public in various ways that these are the challenges we have in these areas, and as a result, you will not have power. However, we have had areas outside of these announced areas, for instance, some areas here in Accra, which still do not have power. Are you saying that these are distribution challenges?
That is exactly what I'm saying. What happened was totally unforeseen. So we were caught by surprise. These are machines we are working with here. And once you get these unforeseen challenges, especially the two major challenges that we had, both from the East and the West, it really was a terrible situation. So everybody was caught unprepared. I mean, these things, you can't prepare for these things. I mean, that's happened to Joy FM. Sometimes some of your machines will just play up, and you just have to apologize to your people whilst you rectify the situation. But like I said, I'm happy to say that we have gotten over the worst of it. If there are some few distribution problems here and there, they will be mopped up within the shortest possible time by the ECG.